All right, so I want to talk about marketing, right? I want to talk about some of the most common marketing mistakes I see. And I want you to guess which one is the deadliest. Which one of these is probably the deadliest marketing mistake that people are making? It's in no particular order, but these are just some of the most common marketing mistakes that I see. And I just want to add some value and tell you how you can increase your marketing capabilities, right? So as always, you already know, we are here with digitalrealestatestrategies.com. If you want to learn more about us, all you got to do is visit that website, right? Let's get right into this presentation, right? So marketing mistakes. These are some of the most common marketing mistakes that I see. And specifically, I work with real estate professionals. That means real estate agents, investors, anybody around real estate in general, right? So the most common mistakes that I see, right? It's no particular order, but this is one of the most common mistakes that I see. Cold traffic / paid ads, right? And what this means is when people come up with an offer or a product, right? Offer a product. Let's just say I'm talking to my real estate agents. When they're coming up with this offer and they want to go out and they run advertising. It's like, hey, come get a free home valuation, or hey, let me sell your house, whatever they do, right? Well, when you're running cold traffic, it's not super effective. You got to warm the traffic up. You got to warm them up. These people don't know you, so you got to help them get to know you, right? That's what you want to do. So that's one of the number one mistakes people make. They advertise to this cold traffic without providing some kind of value first. Give them value. And as an agent, right, or an investor, what you can do, right, for houses, I'm always talking to real estate people, is you can come up with some kind of checklist or something like that. Look, I'm gonna give you a checklist on 5 ways to sell your money for top dollar, right? And one of those checkpoints can be selling with you, right? Paid advertising. So people have like minimum success where they haven't tested out their offer and given it to people, and then they go run paid ads. And you gotta test your offer. You gotta make sure it's good enough and people like it. Like, get some traction first, and then you run into paid ads, because all paid advertising does, all it does is magnify your current offer, right? So if your current offer is not that great, it's just gonna magnify something that's not great, and you're gonna get those type of results. So keep that in mind. Next, I wanna move on to not having warm intros, right? Not having warm intros. So the most effective, right? We're not talking about efficiency, but the most effective way of marketing is referrals. And referrals are, hey, I recommend this person, or hey, I use this person. It's word to word, it's word of mouth marketing. That is the most potent and effective form of marketing. So when someone gives a warm intro, this is why agents love referrals, right? Real estate agents, they love referrals because it's so easy, because someone gave that recommendation. Now, a lot of times we get into marketing without warm intros and introductions, right? So let me address my speakers, right? Like, I work with real estate speakers. They teach and they educate. And the reason why these speakers go around and they teach and they educate is because typically I'm working with real estate investment associations. We call them RIAs. Typically these RIAs have built up an audience, right? They've built up an audience and they've built up trust. So these speakers go to each of these RIA groups and they get recommended by these RIA groups. So I'm not saying it's like this 100%, but a lot of times when these RIA groups put the speaker on the stage, people see that as a recommendation, as a trustworthy person or product. And that's why these speakers go and they do that's why they do the speaking the way they do, because it's warm traffic, it's warm referrals, and it works really great early on, right? So you can take something like that and then you can take it up there and do it with paid traffic, paid advertising, because people still want to hear from other people. They want those warm introductions, that warm traffic, right? So not having warm intros and warm referrals, whatever you want to call it. Next, offering to everyone, right? So when you come to my channel, you know specifically I deal with and work with real estate professionals, right? And I can take on other clients, which I do, but my messaging and my marketing is specifically for real estate entrepreneurs, real estate professionals, real estate agents, real estate investors. I'm talking to a real estate niche. So when you're advertising, you want to address early on, right? When I started, my niche was only real estate investors, but then it expanded, right? I kept expanding as I grown. But early on, you want to start with one specific niche of client, right? So don't offer to everyone. Niche down. Niche down. I keep saying niche because somebody told me that's the correct way to say it. Shout out to Lillian. Niche is the correct way to say this word. So niche down. Don't offer to everyone. You can't serve everybody, and that's okay. 7 billion people on the planet. You don't need to serve 7 billion of them, right? 4, pricing. So pricing is another mistake that we see often, and a big mistake that we see. And again, I want you to understand in the speaker circuit, right? In the speaker circuit, when we're talking about those speakers, the reason why they go to these RIA groups is because a lot of times they're selling a high ticket item. Most times it's over 1,000, right? So in the online space, pricing matters. Pricing matters. And you can say, oh, my thing is worth that. You can say that all you want, but online, this matters. People don't care because they have options. They have choices. So online, you gotta be competitive, right? Pricing matters. So online, it's hard to sell a product over $1,000, right? The higher in cost, the product or the item, the higher it is, the more hands-on you need to be. So the more human interaction you need there, the higher you go in price. Now, let's just say this is a $1,000 offer. If you got a $10 offer, you don't need people there because people are like, oh, $10? I got $10. I can spend $10. And if I want, I can get a refund. People don't really care. But when you get up in these hundreds and you pass 1,000, people want to know what they're paying for. And they want to talk to people. People are very distrusting. So online, you got to get your pricing right. Don't try to sell a product for over $1,000 online. You need people. You want to do this in webinar settings. You want people spending time with you, right? You got to educate them for at least an hour of what you're going to do. And then you sell them your product or you make them the offer. So be very careful about pricing online. Once you get into that 1,000 and over, it gets tough. Now, and this is another common issue that I see: unclear packaging / offer. And what that means is a lot of times I say, people come and they're like, what are you going to do for me, Jerome? What is your company going to do for me? And I'm like, wait a minute, slow down, right? What is your offer? What do you offer? And people are like, I got this. Okay, it's a lot. Tell me what you offer. Your packaging is unclear. So a lot of times when people and they're coming to work with me, we don't get right into marketing. We don't go right to marketing. We need to fix the product and make it clear. Let people know what they're going to get. What are you offering the audience, right? I do this, I do that. What are you offering? Calm down, right? I know you got all these skills, but we got to package up your offer right. And there's a lot of things that matter: aesthetics, website, functionality, quickness, speed. A lot of things goes into packaging up an offer. Ad copy. Like I was just talking with a woman about an ad that I saw of hers, and they had no ad copy on her advertising, the company that she was dealing with. That absolutely matters. It matters what you say in your messaging. So unclear packaging is vital. All of these things are important, but this is one of the most vital because you have to talk and communicate with people, right? And here's the thing: people buy on emotion. So your ad copy needs to be geared specifically towards those people's emotions, right? Remember when we talked about niching down up here, right? You're going to have different ad copy depending on who you are targeting with your message, right? So I'm not going to talk to a doctor the same way that I talk to a athlete. They're going to have different messages. I might have the same product, but the messages are going to be different. So ad copy is vital, and unclear packaging, this matters. This is probably one of the most common things that we see. Like, people don't have clear packaging. What is your offer? What is your product? What are you doing? Okay, I want to market. I just want to get myself out there. Okay, that's a investment, and it might not be a return on that investment. So keep that in mind. You have to be clear with your packaging and your offer. And a lot of companies, they'll just take your money without telling you that you need to be clear on your messaging and clear on your packaging. This absolutely matters. That being said, we talked about 5 and we got into a little bit of detail on some of them, but we talked about 5 marketing mistakes. The number one here, what do you think the number one mistake is? So the number one mistake, I'm going to show you. The number one mistake is the warm intros right here. Not having warm intros. So the quickest way for you to scale as a business owner and in your marketing is to go where other people are. Go where they are already gathered and you market there. This is the number one mistake on this list. This is the number one marketing mistake that people make, because here you don't have to, you can succeed with a messed up the rest of these things, right? If the rest of these things are messed up, you can kind of succeed with this because of a warm intro. Okay, yeah, Jerome recommended you, so I want to work with you. And you don't have to convince the person about language or anything like that. They're going to buy based off who you are or who referred them, right? So this is the number one mistake that people make. They get right into marketing their offer and they don't have warm introductions, okay? And one of the ways you do that is, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but those speaking circuits, right? You go out and you speak to audiences, you provide value. It's so easy to come here and do those, get those warm introductions, right? Get those warm introductions, and this will increase your bottom line. A lot of people do this first, some of this, then that, and you should be doing this. You should be focusing on this, getting those warm introductions, get introduced to the right circles, the right people, and this will help you grow exponentially, right? Quick example, we have a group, we have DREA, right? It's called DREA, Digital Real Estate Investor Alliance, and we are growing fast because of warm introductions, right? So our group was, let me just give you some math. Our group was about 60 2 months ago, and now our group is 800 plus, growing, right? And this was no paid marketing, and we're up to this number, and it hasn't even stopped yet. We're getting more and we're going fast because of warm introductions, strategic introductions. Okay, this person, right? We went where people were already gathered that were looking for what we offer. That's how we grew fast. So this is the number one marketing mistake that people make. I want you to be mindful not to make this mistake. I appreciate you watching. If you want to work with me, you can visit our website, digitalrealestatestrategies.com. We got a bunch of stuff available. You can leave a comment below, reach out to me. I'm always here. Just reach out to me and I can help you get your offer together, get your marketing together, fix your tech, your systems, add copy. We do it all. We're a digital marketing agency. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you on the other side. Bye-bye.